XRP has already been priced at over $227, and this breakout that we're talking about that's about to trigger the massive price increase for XRP is going to unfold in the next 15 days on exactly October 31st or November 1st. This is very important. I mean, if you own even one XRP, you want to watch this video because we have some news that is the first to be released that actually involves the unlock of trillions, if not hundreds of trillions of dollars into the XRP ledger directly and resulting in that going into XRP. And this massive amount of money, the massive trillions of dollars, are actually going to cause a substantial supply shock, which will ultimately push the price of XRP to over $227. Now, all of this information is also backed and verified. In fact, we have the proof, we have the information, and we have the clip. So let's get right into it because there's a lot that we need to go over. Let's begin by this. See, the financial system is changing, and specifically in the United States of America, the United States is shifting its payment systems, they're updating their payment methods and their means, and really what we're seeing is the integration of cryptocurrencies and blockchain into the US federal banking system. And Brad Garlinghouse just unveiled a massive breakthrough. We are talking the unlock of XRP to power the entire new US banking system and framework. He even highlighted that the global liquidity is the foundation of the future of finance and that it will be facilitated through XRP and the XRP ledger. Now, why is this important? Well, because the US-based FedNow payment system, which is critical for all US-based payments internally, externally, and even within the Federal Reserve, is just about announced by President Trump that they basically revitalized it, that they're going to renew the entire federal payment system with new, updated, modern technology. Now, you got to understand the timeline here, right? So you're getting the US-based president, Donald Trump, to literally say that they're going to update their Federal Reserve payment system to a more modern and digital system, at the same time that Brad Garlinghouse is saying that XRP will power the new US banking system. But that's not all. The Bank of America CEO on Fox News publicly actually declared that the Bank of America is now switching its payment systems to 100% internally transact using XRP. Again, massive hundreds of billions of dollars unlocked, but the fact that we're seeing, again, US-based institutions shifting, it's a big deal, and it reaffirms the fact that the possibility of the massive new updated banking system for the Federal Reserve that it is going to use and be facilitating through XRP is very highly likely. In fact, Ripple's own CTO just announced, and that's David Schwartz, that banks are now integrating XRP, revealing that the Ripple Bank, which is licensed and is about to occur by Ripple, is going to run entirely onto the XRP ledger, and it's going to drive payments onto XRP using XRP. Again, we're talking trillions of dollars literally being unlocked right in front of our eyes. And let's go back to the Trump point, because I think that's very important, specifically when we're highlighting that XRP is going to be priced at $227 in the next month or so. Guys, take a look at this. This is an image of Brad Garlinghouse, and there's an image right next to him is Donald J. Trump. Take a look at this. Donald J. Trump on the right here, and on the left all the way is Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO. Guys, these guys have met on numerous occasions, so it's not that much of a shock if it was to actually happen. If, again, the Federal Reserve payment system now is being facilitated through the XRP ledger. On top, Eric Trump, the son of Donald Trump, the president, literally states that he has met with and personally knows Brad Garlinghouse on a close level. In fact, he doesn't just mention Brad Garlinghouse, he says Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple, and he actually says XRP. Again, it shows you on a very big scale that XRP is well known in the federal government, it's well known in the payment sector, it's well known in the elite official world. Even on a scale of, we're talking BlackRock, JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, these guys know XRP. Why do they know XRP? Well, a report was actually confirmed, and it was verified, so it is legitimate, that JP Morgan and BlackRock have actually been buying up XRP. We're talking, again, officially, this is JP Morgan releasing an XRP fund. This fund is dedicated to buying and holding XRP, and they've been actually accumulating. This fund has been active for years now, even prior to the Ripple XRP lawsuit with the SEC. So obviously there's a very close relation, and these guys have been buying XRP because they know the future of it. Now, I want to keep going, and I want to roll the clip for you guys so that you guys hear it personally and not just take my words. Because again, talking about $227 in the next 15 days is huge. I mean, it sounds crazy, but when you look at the actual elements that are about to happen, including what I'm about to release right now, shortly after this, the unlock of $600 trillion into the XRP ledger directly. I mean, that is unheard of, but it will cause an imminent supply shock. But again, before we get into this video, guys, you got to take a look at XRP. We got to take a look at the XRP charts, which has formed a juicy, nice recovery. I mean, obviously, it did retrace a while back. It did a nice rebound. Now we're in the holding. But guys, we've actually partnered with Uphold to give every single person watching today's video, yes, you watching this video, up to $100 worth of free XRP. Again, it's literally free money. So you get $100, you can buy XRP with it or any of your other favorite cryptocurrencies. This is a golden opportunity. I mean, you're not going to get an opportunity like this ever in your, in your life. I mean, this is the free money opportunity. All you have to do, again, sign up on Uphold using my link in the description and do a transaction. The whole process takes less than 5 minutes, so I definitely recommend it. And with that being said, let's get back to the video. $227 in 15 days. I go back to this point all the time because it's very important to understand that for this to happen, you need trillions of dollars. And not just any trillions of dollars, but trillions of dollars simultaneously entering the XRP ledger, triggering supply shock, and it all happening at the exact same time. Now, there's only a few occasions when that happens, and only a few institutions can possibly make that happen as well. One of them being the Federal Reserve, which is why we talked about XRP. But guys, this next clip is also going to shock you. In fact, take a look at this right here. The US Treasury, Scott Bessent, says we are about to see major gains in investments, productivity, and job growth across America. It's crazy. The timing for all of this simultaneously happening. And again, we didn't even get to the best part because the best part is still coming. This right here is the Federal Reserve Chairman. He just officially gave the green light for institutions to utilize cryptocurrencies at scale like XRP. Again, the timing of all of this is just magnificent because you're seeing Donald Trump say we're going to update the payment sector. You're seeing the US Treasury say that everything's about to explode, boom up in value, price increase, percentages about to skyrocket. You're seeing the federal government, the Board of Governors, literally go out publicly and say that now banks in the United States can literally use cryptos like XRP. Now, here's the best part. It's all about to happen. It's all unfolding. The unlock of trillions of dollars, the number to be exact is $650 trillion. In fact, even Ripple highlighted this number recently when they were talking about the real estate market, which is the most valuable asset class, or at least one of the most valuable asset classes, at over 600 trillion. See, just recently, the real estate market is about to come onto the XRP ledger, and it's being completed by RealFi, a massive institution that is set to unlock trillions of dollars worth of real estate onto the XRP ledger, and it's actually allowing the purchase of real estate globally using XRP and, most importantly, the main token, the Real token, which is built on the XRP ledger. This is the Real token, a massive institution setting the goal to unlock over a $654.39 trillion industry, which is the real estate market, using the XRP ledger and Real token, which is built on the XRP ledger as well. Now, if you want to know a bit about Real token is a phase 1 supply of about 22 million left, which is nothing. You're talking about it, supply shock could really skyrocket the price into hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, but it's backed by RealFi. See, RealFi actually uses the Real token, which is built on the XRP ledger within its technology, and RealFi is massive. I mean, they've just officially entered phase 2, which is focused on adoption and large-scale integration of the RealFi ecosystem, with the CTF token really at the center point of that. But on top of this, these guys are actually real world. I mean, this is a massive institution, and they've announced it. Today, the RealFi team attended GitX Global 2025, the world's largest event for technology, fintech, and AI, and that we are proud to showcase our innovative technology, transforming the real estate sector and redefining traditional DeFi rewards. We look forward to returning. I mean, these guys are huge, and if you take a look here, they use two of their pieces of technology, the XRP ledger, and here's the Real token logo. In fact, RealFi has officially unlocked the ability for 50 plus locations, again globally, to buy real estate using Real token, which is built on the XRP ledger. We're talking 10,000 plus properties valued at more than $2 billion across residential and commercial real estate are now available for purchase using the Real token. Now I want to make this clear. This is the Real token, and this thing is going to absolutely make millionaires. And I mean it, and again, I'm not financial advisor, not financial advice, doing research, but I'm very bullish on this project. I mean, this is huge because this cryptocurrency right here is about to get $600 trillion injected. But forget about the 600 trillion. If only 1% of the 650 trillion actually goes into the Real token, this thing will literally soar to over $65,000. And it's currently literally 2 cents, almost 3 cents, meaning that this cryptocurrency will instantaneously almost make you a multi-millionaire, potentially. Now, it's crazy because there's very strong support levels, very low resistance, but this thing has actually, again, take a look at this. This is the information. If even 1% of the capital enters real token, could skyrocket from 2 cents to 64,500, which is historic. Why? Because of its very low supply. And I mean, this is actually very likely. Like, this thing went from 1/100th of a penny to over, again, imagine this, 1/100th of a penny to 3 cents. And then, if you think about it like this, these days are not like yet listed on a single centralized exchange. There's no mass marketing campaign. There's nothing. Again, they've just released, I think, like 2 months ago, which is nothing. And they've done so well. But they've also received a 100% score, which only the top projects actually have, like XRP, XLM, XTC, only the big projects. Take a look at this low risk. Binance score 100%, KYC score 100%, and 3,438 wallet. Again, that is actually a big deal, because imagine once this gets listed on centralized exchanges, oh my god, this is gonna skyrocket. And right now, this is the chance to get in. Why? Because the market can move so easily. There's very low, again, small supply, but people don't know this project yet. On top of this, people actually, because only on the XRP ledger, it's very complicated to get it. Once this thing gets listed on centralized exchanges, the markets are going to skyrocket. The markets are going to move drastically. The price is going to soar. And this is, imagine, this is like buying Bitcoin at $1 and it's carrying 250,000. This is the potential that you are seeing right in front of your eyes. And it sounds crazy, but this is what we are looking at, in my opinion. Of course, I got myself a nice juicy bag of real token. I mean, I think this is huge, innovative technology using real world assets, and on the XRP ledger, boom, it doesn't get better than that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end off the video here. I mean, this is huge. The XRP ledger, I think, is gonna actually absolutely dominate. I mean, when you get a project like that, like the real token and real 5 building on it, it's a big deal. But guys, yeah, I'm gonna conclude the video here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'll see you next time, and peace.